To Grand Prix Gal, I am Elisa. I want to share my lives. So, this is just a discussion. So, our recap is going to begin with Lawrence Barretto's winners and losers. So, what does Lawrence have to say? I'm just looking at the latest from Formula One. Lawrence Barretto is an F1 correspondent and presenter and a writer and a show host as well. And so I like what he writes. And I just want to sort of recap. Let's talk about Black Angel. So, Lawrence Barretto, what does he have to say today? Let's start with his winners and losers. So, Lawrence has spoken his mind. So, Lawrence's winners and losers. Mercedes. He has Mercedes as a winner. And if you were to look at the classification, there's a lot of information. Mercedes is good. They ended up 1.2 seconds off the pace of the final day, though we do know that times and testing are more the 2 hours. But dig a little deeper, and you see that their short run pace was very strong in the hotter, less representative conditions. So overall, he is saying, Mr. Lawrence Barretto is saying that Mercedes finished out preseason testing as one of the 5 winners. So he has 5 winners listed. Let me just keep tally of them. Number 1, he has his Mercedes. And Mercedes is Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. This is Mercedes. The middle guys, right here, Mercedes. Okay, next on Lawrence's list is a loser, and that would be losers Aston Martin. Things went from bad to worse. First of all, Aston Martin didn't get their laps in for all of preseason testing. So that's the new Honda engine under the under Adrian Newey. So I'm gonna give them an F for not getting the laps in. And Adrian Newey is the king of engines and engineering and winning. And he's been in the industry forever. What happened, I don't know, but why they only have 128 laps of data to work with as they learn about their new engine. And we know Red Bull had the Honda engine last year, 2025. And it's a weird story about what happened with how Honda left Red Bull because they quote unquote were getting out of the business, and then it seems like a month too later, somehow they're signing with Aston Martin. So I think Christian Horner could tell us the inside scoop or give us the inside scoop on that. But anyway, it means Honda has 128 laps of data. Mercedes, okay, so to draw some comparison here, Honda has 128 laps of data. Mercedes has 1,554 laps of data. So that's far behind. They're like a month behind. In the first race of the season, Australia, that's Albert Park, starts in 2 weeks, I believe. That is 2 weeks from today. Yeah, 2 weeks. First race is in 2 weeks. Not good. Okay, the next, loser. So we have winner Mercedes 2, loser Aston Martin, and that's Lawrence, Lance, and Fernando. Lance's father owns the team. I don't know why I need to point that out, but I have to. I just can't help myself. Okay, winners. Let's see what happens for the remainder of the season. Winners, we have Ferrari. Okay, Lawrence has Ferrari. Okay, they were frustrated. Da, 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 da. After a strong start to preseason testing last week, Ferrari stepped up their game in week two, bringing in innovation, innovative beam wing. Oh, I saw that. That cleverly sat behind the exhaust and then catching everyone's eye with a neat rotating rear wing. I wish I could show you that because it was like, I mean, I can't even do the hand gesture, but I did see it and someone put a smiley face on it. Okay, they impressed with their performance too. By the way, I believe Charles Leclerc rounded out preseason testing with the fastest lap, but we'll get around to that. I believe it's Charles Leclerc. Okay, even if not, even if they are not fastest of all, they are right in the thick of it and definitely in contention for podiums and race wins. Everybody's in contention for podiums and race wins. Tell us something new. Oh, another thing about Mercedes, I wish I could show you their new race suits. It's not on here, but they have some nice thick stripes, racing stripes on the sides of their new race suits. Okay, losers, losers. Why didn't he do all losers and winners? Williams. Williams is Alex Albon and Carlos. Oh my gosh. Okay, Alex and Carlos running the softer tires. The lap time was uninspiring. What was the lap time to call it uninspiring? When their back was against the wall after missing the Barcelona. Oh, yeah. First of all, we know they missed the Barcelona shakedown. So you can't miss a shakedown. Williams was trying to infest the leader. Okay. So that's that. Williams. Winners. Alpine. Okay, they have a Mercedes power unit. How many? They completed 1,000 laps. Preseason shakedown, and they showed some encouraging performance on the final day. I can say this. Oh, well, we're talking about Alpine, but let me go back to Williams. He has Williams as losers, and I know he's only covering preseason testing, but if they are losers, I want to say that Williams, as of 2025, Williams is definitely, if they stay the course from 2025, if they can just maintain that, then Williams definitely, I'm going to look at them as winners, not losers by any stretch of the imagination. With Carlos Sainz there, Carlos Sainz is a good driver. Okay, so Alpine, that they got in 1,000 laps. Okay. Oh, poor Isaac. They have Isaac Hadger as a loser. That's Max's teammate. Rookies tend to have a lot of confidence in themselves when they enter F1, and Isaac Hadger is no different. He's all the positive thinking. Okay, he suffered the lion's share of unreliability at Red Bull in week two. He only managed 125 laps. That's not a lot of laps. Only Luis Fernando and Lance Stroll. Oh, that's why Luis didn't have time on here. Okay, Luis Fernando and Lance plus Isaac. They managed 125 laps or less. That's not a lot of laps in preseason testing. That is not, definitely, as he stated, not ideal for Isaac Hadger, especially considering drivers in the second seat at Red Bull alongside four-time world champ. Okay, we know that. Hadger is a glass half full about his situation. With the running he did, yeah, okay. Oh, let's go to Haas. Winner, Haas. You know when? Okay, let's say this first. Okay, Ali Bierman. Ali's my boy. And Ali looks like a model. He's a cutie pie. And Ali and Esteban Ocon, but where are they on here? Ollie, oh, here they are. This is Ollie and Esteban. Okay? Go pull them up on Instagram or something. Follow them. Ollie, I'm just really impressed with him because and for the car that he's driving, he's really impressive. I hope that I just hope that he can get into a faster car at some point. He's only 19, so he has a little time. Okay, so Ollie Behrman ended up sixth fastest on the final day of testing, just 0.066 seconds shy of Pierre Gasly's Alpine. So they spent most of the time trading fastest times. Okay, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. That's high up. So that's not mid range. That's the upper range. Because if you have 22 drivers out there and he finished sixth overall, that's quite impressive. And I always want to say in a Haas. By the way, Haas has in Las Vegas, they have a whole nother testing or facility under construction. It's massive. It's under construction. It's going to open, it's slated to open this year. And it just looks like a really massive, I don't know what the square footage is, but it's close to the Raiders HQ. And there's a private regional sort of airport out there. It's a great location for Haas. And I believe their other U.S. facility is in, I want to say the Carolinas, but I can't remember. But that site looks very impressive, their new Las Vegas site. Okay, so that's, who are we talking about? Haas? Okay, for Haas. Okay, Ken. Okay. This part of feeling. So, all that to say, Lawrence has Cadillac here as a winner. You know, I love the Cadillac IQ. Those are nice. Okay, winners, Cadillac. Number 5. Okay, Cadillac may have finished 10th of 11 teams. Ooh, that's not good. In the mileage charts with 266 laps across test 2. They had a fair few nickels to get on top of. But it's important to remember that they have only completed 10 days of running a Formula One car in their history. Oh, in their history. Okay. Yeah, that's impressive. That's quite impressive, actually. 10 days and so they're beating who? If they're number 10, who's last? Well, the car looks good. Oh, is that it? We're the losers. Okay. I guess I missed something. Not sure. Here we have Lawrence's overview. Okay, so let's just. So after all the winners and losers, that's just for today. Well, his last report. Lando had something really good to say, but here's what Lando. He is the current champion, Formula One champion, and this is what he had to say about their testing.
I think we made some good steps from last week to this week already. Some little things on the car that arrived and we're further testing. So I mean, it's always hard to know, but from our own program, we got through a lot of things. We did what we wanted to. We got a good understanding of tires and balances and things like that, our strengths, weaknesses. So, for me, I've only got now one more PM and tomorrow afternoon, and then the next stop is Australia. So it's coming quickly, but as far as tests go, we know where we're missing out and what we really need to focus on. The testing's gone.
Okay, that's Lando. You know what I like about Lando? Oh, and 24, was it 24? 24 and in 25, the beginning of the 25 season, 2025 season. Oh, the poor kid, he beat himself up. He was so emotional and self reflective. And I'm so happy that he's got his championship out of the way because he needs to move on. But I hope this season the car is fast. But I like what he always has something, even though he beats himself up, he has something positive to say, and he had some really good positive words. I like what he said. I don't know what Oscar said. I didn't even want to kind of sound bite that, but yeah, it was good. I like, you know what? Round of applause for Lando. Thank you, Lando. Okay, now where are we? We did the winners, losers, fastest laps. Let's get to the fastest lap. And so this is from one of the ESPN writers, and this should be fact. It shouldn't be. This should be in order, not questionable or anything like that. And I was right. Charles Leclerc did get the fastest time in the end, and I always need to write these little notes. Okay, let's start with 17. Let's go. Oh no, let's start with number one. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari. Charles Leclerc or Charles Leclerc. Charles is after 132 laps. I'm not even going to talk about the laps. They shouldn't matter at this point because what you've done is what you've done. If you didn't get the laps in, you didn't get them in. If you got them in, you got them in, and that's what you got to work with. So you got to make it up in the race now. So, okay, Charles Leclerc, Ferrari, 131.992. Still 2 seconds off from the fastest lap in preseason testing in 2025. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. Okay, Lando, the guy you just heard, Lando, 132.871. And here we go again. Max, 133.109. Then George Russell, that's Mercedes, 133.197. Pierre Gasly, number 5. Go Pierre, 133.42. Ali. Oh, I love my Ali. Number 6 in line, Ollie's 133.487. And that's Haas. And then Gabriel Bortoletto. Gabriel Audi 133.755. Kimmy, he made it in there. Kimmy Antonelli Mercedes 133.916. Arvid Lindblad is the youngest driver in F1 right now. He is 18 years of age. Racing Bulls 134.149. Carlos in a Williams. Go Carlos. 134.342. Oscar, what the hell? Sorry, excuse my French. Oscar he came in at 11. What's wrong with Oscar? He's making McLaren look not so good. He's at 134.352. Esteban Ocon Haas 134.494. Isaac Hadger Red Bull 134.511. Valtteri Bottas Cadillac 135.290. Nico Hulkenberg Audi 136.019. Woo! That's slow. But Checo Perez Cadillac. Oh my God, look at this number. 1.40. Oh, that's everybody's lapping him. Yeesh. Wow, that's slow. That's crazy. If you think about 131, the fastest, that's Charles Leclerc, and then you jump down to Sergio or Checo Perez, one 1 minute 40 seconds, 0.842. That's a world of difference. I mean, there have been races where all of the guys are 3 seconds apart or 2 seconds apart or whatever in timing. That's how close these races can be sometimes. The fastest, the top three, they're so, it's like, what do you call it with the camera? Like in horse racing? I can't think of the term. But anyway, this is not so hot for Sergio. Gosh. 1 point. Okay, Lance Stroll, no time. So it was Lance, Lewis, Lance. Who did I say? They didn't put times in? Final times in? Lewis. They didn't record. Okay, Lewis, Lance. Five people didn't put times in. Who are they? Anyway, okay. I see that some people are here. Okay. Okay, so we've gone over the winners and the losers. We've gone over the times. I was just trying to figure out who did not put times in. Does anybody know? Lewis, Lance, Fernando. Lewis, Lance, Fernando. Who are the other two? Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. We are 25 minutes in. Okay. So we got the fastest laps. We've got Lando soundbite. We have Arvid Lindblad. On my driver profile, and I'm not gonna stay on here all night. My driver profile for today, I have Mr. Arvid Lindblad, the youngest. So I'm starting with the youngest, and then I'm gonna work all the way to Fernando Alonso, but not just one at a time, not in one night. But Arvid Lindblad is from Sweden, I believe. Let me pull up his information. I know he's only 18. This is his first season with in Formula One. So in 2025, FIA Formula 2, 2025 FR Oceania, 2024 FIA Formula 3, 2024 French Middle East, FR in Middle East, what is that? 2023 Euro 4, 2023 F4 UAE, 2022 to 23 Italian F4. Okay, he's got some variety of things under his belt. That's really good. He's only 18, so he was born and raised in Virginia Water to a Swedish father and a mother of Indian heritage. Began competitive kart racing at the age of 7. Protege, oh, wait a minute. A protege of 2024, 2025 Formula E world champion Oliver Rowland. Okay. Didn't know that about him. A member of the Red Bull Junior team since 2021. And now he's with Racing Bulls. Okay, let's take a look at him. He does have a young face. You can just look on the screen here. There he is. And he's with Liam Lawson. So we'll see how that goes. But he would love to say he would love to get the youngest pole sitter or a podium in F1. I don't think it can be done now because they raised the age. And I think Max Verstappen is the last person to get that youngest podium. They've changed the age limits or something since he made the podium at such a young age. Okay, enough about, not enough, but more about him. He started karting 2015 to 2022. This is Arvid Lindblad we're talking about. What else? What else do we need to know about him? His birthday is August 8th. And I think he lives in England right now. Silverstone became a stand-up for Lindblad, who first dominantly won the sprint race after taking the lead from Noel Leon at the start. The next day, okay, that's okay. Nothing. His main title in Formula One Regional was in 2025. He was promoted to Formula 2 in 2024, September 2024. Okay, that's enough. I wonder what, you know what I'd like to know what his salary is. Let's see. It's going to be a million or 500,000. It's always 500,000 to a million. So his base salary is 500,000 to a million. I think, yeah, the insurance policy's got to be 10 million, right? Because that's a, and in my opinion, because it's such a dangerous sport, I mean, I'm sure points, if he gets points, and that's something we can go over next time, points. If he gets points, I wonder what a point is worth in the monetary value of a point. 100,000, 50,000, 25,000. It's got to be a substantial number. It needs to be something like 100,000 for someone like him because he's only 18. But now Carlos Sainz, in my mind, I don't even know if they get what they earn for getting points. But in my opinion, Carlos Sainz should earn a minimum of 100,000 per point. Wait a minute, 100,000. If he gets 71 points, no, that's too much. 50,000 a point, and then every point over 20, he should get 100,000. If I were the boss, I'd incentivize it, but not to a point where it's dangerous. Okay. Okay, that's our. I wish I could pull up their pictures. You know what? Let me see if I can find a quote from him. He doesn't have a lot of social media followers on YouTube. Oh, he's got to get that up. Ooh, low, 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 too low. Anyway, anybody have any questions before I hang up? Not hang up. Before we close this out? I don't have much more to speak about today. I just wish I had more, but I'm going to try to do a run to cover a little bit more next time because I have a quote from Max Verstappen that I really would like people to hear. But Max is good at giving us good quotes. And then he goes in and he wins the race. Like he'll say something really negative, and then he'll win a race. And I think that's the way he psychs himself up. He always says something negative, like non-supportive, and then he goes out and just kills everybody in a race. And I have a feeling that that doggone Red Bull is in better shape than what they're letting us see. But we'll see. For the season, I've watched some of the preseason testing, and I don't know who I like. I really don't know who I like yet. I do the look of cars. I love the look even of the Cadillac race car. It really looks like a Batmobile. So they mastered the look of it. I like it a lot, and the engine sounds good as well. In terms of engines, whose Red Bull's engine does not. Oh, let's listen to some engines. I just remembered. We're gonna listen to engines, and then I'm hanging up. Then I'm going away. The engines. If you could hear let's listen to the engines so you guys can get a good idea of what these engines really sound like, because some of them sound horrific, and then some sound so good, but the cars do nothing. 2026 F1 engines. Anybody have any questions? F1 engines. Some of these engines sound so good, and the cars don't run worth a crap. Okay, the sounds of F1 in 2026. Here it is. This is not too bad sounding. That was Cadillac. Trying to figure out how it's not loud. I don't know. Okay, it sounded almost identical. That was Red Bull. But this is not there was a better video of this. Someone got some really good shots, or the sound of. That was Audi. Did you hear that? Oh, that was Aston Martin. Did you hear the smoothness in that? It was a little bit smoother, but the car is not doing anything. That was Mercedes. Let me just say this. In person, Mercedes has a rough sounding engine. It sounds like it's going to stall out any second. It's a really strange sound. I was so unimpressed because Mercedes is one of my favorite teams. And you could hear it. You could hear them like it might stall out. I don't even know. I wish I knew better lingo. That's Mercedes. Let's hear it again. It's like if you drink tequila, it's like Corvo. It's rough. Okay, that was Ferrari. Let's play that again. That was Cadillac. Did you hear the difference in Cadillac and Ferrari? But there's a better video. Oh, I need to find this other one because someone's close and they captured the sound better. And they got the car starting. So they're in the paddock. They get them started and they let them just like ease out of the paddock. Let me see if I can find that. I mean, this is good, but it's not the best because they're going by. Okay, so while we're waiting for this to queue up, anyone have a favorite team or car or something they'd like to learn more about? But this video, it has really good sound. You're going to hear it and it's going to be super clear. Okay, this is Mercedes. So this is the car just sitting. And this is on YouTube. So it's just sitting. So they have it's in the paddock where they're exiting the paddock. And they start it up and then it pulls off. And oh, you can hear it's so distinct. The engines, you can really hear it. Okay, here we go. And that was Mercedes. That was Mercedes. That is so rough. I mean, you can feel it in your ears. Gosh. Okay, here's McLaren. Okay, and this body is so different. Goes up. Okay, fingers crossed. Let's see how this sounds. That was rough. Oh, let's play it again. This is Mercedes. Now this is Ferrari. Who is this? This is Charles Leclerc. Okay. That sound too. Wow. So this is BGP. And this person's relatively new on YouTube, but this was good. Anyway, Burtis, hi Burtis, and Inloy, hi. Are we still online? Yeah, we are. Okay, my brain is fried from listening to those terrible engines. I don't know which one I like best. One did sound good, and I don't remember which. Mercedes actually sounded better there than the first video, but in the first video, they were too similar. There was no major distinction in the sounds of the engines. But anyway, that's that. I'm going to get some better video. I'm going to try to do better. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to, send me a question. And it says I need to reach 222 followers. I need to, so I don't know. I don't know how this works. I really don't. But anyway, thank you very much for joining, stopping by Grand Prix Gal. I'm going to try to go back on probably 9 o'clock. I think really 9 o'clock is late for me because I start 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's when I start like winding down. But I need to do one a day. What else? Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining. I am going to go on that note. I will do my best to figure out how to send out something to say that I am going to be online live. But for now, this is the best I can do. And I will have more information probably in another, I'll have more information tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow or the next day. Thank you once again for joining. It's been a pleasure. I love talking about this stuff, and I can't wait to learn more and see more and go to more races. NASCAR is coming up, and there's a race in NASCAR, has a race in Vegas, and there's a GP in Dallas on the same weekend, both the same weekend. And keep in mind, on March 8th, that is the Albert Park, Australia, the opening race of the season for Formula One. And what else? That's it. Bye, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.